afternoon, evening, everybody. Kairos back yet again after a couple days off. We're in week 4 of the We Like Dota League for season 2, and we got Team Danger Zone and Saints and Sinners here. Now, these two teams are actually both coming off they both finished up a very good games that were actually lasted a very long time. So I think one lasted over an hour, and one was pretty close to it. Danger Zone is just coming off a win, very, very close, disciplined game against Rasta. And Saints and Sinners, actually, let's see. Actually, it was against Food, yeah. And Saints and Sinners are coming off a very close game where they were pretty much in charge. They were largely in charge against Rasta, but they kept losing the high ground pushes, and Rasta had a huge comeback. But with good map control and some fantastic split pushing, 4-and-1 split pushing on opposite lanes, on the off lanes, they managed to pull out against Rasta, but just barely. I mean, it was really close games on both times. Fantastic games they're coming off of, so Danger Zone has their game just a few days ago, and Saints and Sinners have had a little bit more downtime. So I'm sort of like the momentum is slightly more in Danger Zone's position here, just because they're coming off a fresh win just a few days ago, and that means a lot. It really does. Morale is super high on both teams. So we got Lesh and Lena and Tusk and Blood getting banned out pretty standard across the board. Spirit Breaker's getting banned out a lot in this league. In the last 2 weeks, he's been picked or banned at least almost every time. Not so much in the first 2 weeks. But Drow getting banned out, surprising on that one. But Zeus and Witch Doctor make it through. Zeus a potential good support, but since they picked out Shaky, it's more likely he's going to be either a mid or possibly an off lane. But we got Winter and Storm Spirit able to turn the stuff around. Winter not able. I mean, the curse is fantastic, but as far as until we see some hard carries, we'll see just what kind of difference it's going to make. We got two people getting. We got Dark Seer putting the Ion Shell on Storm, which is most likely going to be mid. So that's a fantastic combo right there. And our first Chen we've seen in probably this whole tournament. Maybe one pick the whole time off the top of my head. And I think this is the very first time we're going to see Chen. So we have a very defensive lineup so far. You got the split push with the creeps if you want it. So they'll be taking. So Chen and Winter will be in and around bottom. So it'll be 2+1 in the bottom lane most likely. 2+ a roaming jungling Chen. And then anti-mage did make it through. He's gonna get picked out. So they gotta make sure this game goes a little bit later, because right now they have a lot of nuke power, a lot of magic damage, but no late game except for anti-mage. So they gotta keep him alive, keep him protected. But great synergy with it's pretty easy to synergize Zeus with just about anybody. And we're going into reserve time. So both these teams they both have a win on the board, at least one win. Let me double check here. We have, let's see, Saints and Sinners are actually they're actually technically 3-0, I believe. They won against Food in the first week, and then they won against Rasta La Vista in the third week with the split push like I was talking about, and they had a bye in the second week. So technically 3-0. And Team Danger Zone are actually on the rebound right now. Bristol getting banned out, by the way. No more tank for Danger Zone. They're going to have to pick somebody else, maybe Clockwork. Good potential there. I haven't seen Earth Spirit at all in this tournament, or this league, rather. So it's pretty unlikely we're going to see him. So, yeah, Danger Zone are 1-2, so they literally just turned it all around last week. And now they got some momentum in their corner. Saints and Sinners are just hard charging right now, though, so I'm really excited about this match. I've been getting the other casters pumped up about it, just showing them, hey, look, hey, this is what's going on. I'm really excited about this one. So we're going to see, so we got Sunny Hat, who is particularly fond of mobile heroes, ones that like to blink around and such. We might see him on the anti-mage, but most likely, since Quap made it through, we most likely might see him. Lena didn't make it. Storm is going to have to deal with the Storm, so Quap against Storm is not a bad combo right there. Pretty evenly matched. And just a matter of, yeah, I mean, we'll most likely see, we'll probably see Cheesequake on either the anti-mage or the Zeus. He likes to play a little bit more of the ganking carry, big damage type of heroes. So we'll probably see Versace and Jiggly on either Shaky and Witch respectively. And we got Portly standing in for Edge today, actually. And actually, let's see. Jiggly is here. I'm missing today. Okay, Versace's out, so Portly might take the support role as a stand-in. While Eli Ellie will probably be playing. Ellie and Druben will probably be playing the Winter and Darkseer, and I hate you might be on. Might see it. Hit you on the Storm. Probably gonna see Ben and Lands. They're pretty light on actual carries here. So we might see. We'll probably see an offlane Darkseer by himself. We'll see a Slark down bottom. See Storm in the mid. We'll probably see a roaming Shaker. And Chen has the ability to roam to the mid lane too. You can't overlook that. If the lane does get pushed up quite a bit, which Zeus will do, if he decides to spell spam and push that lane out and get a ton of harassment on Storm, which is not a bad strategy, you would expect Chen to probably come around with a stunning creep. Hopefully if he gets a priest, he'll be able to, not a priest, but a summoner, he'll be able to get that long range and snare out and hopefully catch him for Storm to come in. We'll also have a roaming Shaker to contend with.
10 seconds remaining.
And finally, PA got banned out. I'm going to keep the hard carry out, so they went with Slark instead. Still not a bad choice. An Axe. They've got that'll clear out creep waves. So that'll pretty much take Chen out of play. So be able to tank for quite a while, and that's their big tank that they needed. So we might see him solo on the offlane. Okay, I hate he was actually going to take the Chen. So Ben Greg is going to take the Storm. White Panda, who's standing in for, I believe, Druben. Alright, Portly's going to take the Axe. He's going to solo on the offlane. Alright, so question is, are we going to see...
Prepare for battle.
Make sure I don't have the... make sure I don't have that annoying... is there sound? Okay, good. So are we going to see a smoke gank early on? That's the question. Both teams have had enough experience in the league to see smoke ganks on either side and do them themselves. Even if you're an inexperienced team coming into this league, by now you've at least seen smoke ganks by week 4 to the point where you can mess around with it and do it yourself. This is where things start to really get interesting in the league, because we're seeing people adapt to current metas and things like that. Some people that may be a little bit behind the curve, because this is an amateur league, you're going to see them start to bring out some of their better game. And we're going down bottom, pretty much all going bottom.
30 seconds to battle.
Just some warding, counter warding, mostly on the danger zone side for the counter warding. They are going to protect that pole camp as well as the bottom rim. Looks like they're content to just go ahead and do an even exchange here. There's the horn. Here we go. Week 4, Season 2, and they're diving in. Here comes Danger Zone, diving in deep. Or Saints Sinners, excuse me. They're just going to push them out, and it's going to be a 1-1 trade. We've seen that a lot in this league. Most teams content to just go ahead and do a 1-1 trade on the runes, so they don't feel the squeeze of losing both runes right away. And I hate you is just going to wait for some creeps. We're going to see 2 up top. You're going to see the roaming Shaker in the bottom lane with Axe. So we got Sunny Hat on the Shaky, Portly on the Axe, Cheese on the Ante, Edge on the Witch Doctor. We're also going to see Ben on the Storm, Ellie on the Winter, Lance on the Slark, White Panda standing in, one stand-in for each team on the Darkseer. Is going to be solo in the offlane. And this is one of the early factors in this game, is the fact that you have a solo Darkseer against 1 melee and 1 ranged. If you overextend with that Ion Shell too much, you're A, going to push too far out of experience range, or B, you're going to be, oh, here we go, we got a heads up duel here. Edge is like, okay, I'm thinking better of it now, but that Ion Shell is starting to take its toll. A little bit too much. Cheesequake coming in, he's going to go ahead and protect his own support. Bounce on this, oh, does it bounce? Yes, it does bounce. Cask does bounce, just once, but it doesn't come back to Panda. And we'll call that one a draw. So yeah, it's just a matter of that Ion Shell will push the lane up quite a bit, and it's just a matter of, are you going to put up with that long enough to... Yeah, nice D-ward by Ellie. Nice job. Keeping that lane nice and safe. Rotating Portly so far, so good. Well on the way to Tranquil. And he's pushing up far. Here's the thing. You leave yourself very vulnerable to a gank when you're this far up in solo. As strong as you are, as strong as this is, and as annoying as what a great harass it is, it's gonna take its toll. And Zeus content to do some spell spamming, one of everything so far. And Ben Greg feeling the heat from that. And we're going to get our first rune. He's already got he's got the money for his bottle. Bringing it out. Haste rune bottom. So far so good. Ben's actually holding up the creeps a little bit more. They both have the same attack range roughly. Actually, Ben's got a little bit more, but not much. But two medium range spell spamming heroes. The difference is that Zeus has got way more range in his actual spam, especially his Q. That's the main difference between these two right now, and that's the advantage that Jiggly has. But up close, Ben will tear you apart. It's just a race to 6 now, fairly even. Ben with a slight lead, taking a lightning bolt to the face, gonna back off. Both sides actually a lot of push here. No, the cask. Oh no, they're diving on lands. Cask bouncing off. Splinter Blast does not quite connect, but they do take out Sunny Hat for first blood for Saint the Sinners. Diving a little deep there against the tri lane, and yep, we had the coveted summoner with the snare and extra skeletons for damage. My personal favorite, a lot of people's favorites. And that's first blood at 3 minutes. Nice job for Saints. They're gonna have to adjust. They're not gonna be able to cut the lane like they want with the throw of a third guy. Oh no, it's getting a call in lands. Not gonna be enough damage though. Not enough spinorama because there's only one creep and one creep plus lands hitting him. Was it so? It didn't proc enough spins to kill him. We do have surprisingly a surprisingly offensive Winter Wyvern build. They'll probably get a level of the Cold Embrace very soon. And we're coming up on second runes very soon here, 20 seconds. Well, Sunny Hat rotating around, trying to pick off some roamers. Gets a pull camp ward up. Oh, up top we got diving deep. White Panda's going against 2, but he's got a lot of creeps to contend with. That's a lot of damage. And now the voodoo heals are here. Cheesequake trying to chase him down because he's gonna get him. Very, very close. A couple more hits should do it, but he's also got to contend with that shell. 2 more hits, 1 more hit. Oh, the nice salve on the way out. Nice heal. Canceled the salve, but it did save his life. So Panda's going to retreat. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Ben is actually taking the lead from Jiggly. The spell spam. Unfortunately, yeah, the high ground and the darkness right now is not able to get that connecting shot up the hill to hit Ben. Meanwhile, they're still being aggressive down bottom. Portly not hacking away. Tranquil Boots are running. That Splinter Blast bouncing off a range creep and giving him something to think about, but not taking him out yet. Meanwhile, up top again, White Panda he decided not to rotate, which is okay. Now we get the Ion Shell pushing up, but he's not going to get any experience from any of these kills right now because he is overextended. Yep, excuse me, we just had some neighbors move in and they're doing a bunch of construction and they got a fishing boat and stuff. So you have to excuse me on that one. So far, so good. Okay, we have our first 6 in the mid. Both of them have 6. Both of them have the mana. Oh, if only he knew about White Panda. Yeah, that's the thing. Even with the magic even with his ult right now, the resist would still kick in, but it'd make it very easy to follow up. And White Panda's really, really dancing on the razor's edge here. He's far enough. He's doing double Ion Shell to push this up even farther, but he's really, really... He's showing his health bar, and that's... Zeus could take out about half of that after resist. He just needs a few more hits to finish the job, but he's going to go ahead and surge his way out. Oh man, he's baiting it. Here comes the ult. No, it gets him, connects. That's first blood for Danger. And that's 1-1, almost at the 6-minute mark. Good timing for picking up a bottle at that point, too. Both sides picking up... Oh, no. Jiggly's going to miss out on the runes this time. So he's going to be out of gas for the next 2 minutes unless he rotates back. Meanwhile, that kill did go to Cheesequake, which is a huge pickup. That's the one. That's the guy needing the most farm right now. Huge pickup. Portly finally going in to cut the lane at 6 minutes. And there's actually quite a bit of damage on the bottom lane. But Elu is in a position to go ahead and rotate around. Here comes I Hate You with a stun and with 2 slows. 2 big slows, but they're very close range. We got a Arctic Burn's going to slow him down. Fisher is going to defend, keep him back just far enough. Portly is going to get out of there. Tango up and then hit his boots. No problem there. Close call. Close call. Not too bad though. Jiggly. Okay. Oh, do we have a rotate? Oh. Yeah, we rotated up top here. White Panda surging his way in, tanking that tower as long as he can, but nope, too far, too deep. Gonna have to pull back. So the first gank attempt comes up empty-handed for Saints. And Sinners. And lands this this protection's really paying off for him. He's already got almost 40 CS at 7 minutes, which is not too bad. Pretty respectable. Got his treads done as soon as I get out here. Got a wand done for all that spell spam. Portly going with more of a farming cunning build. My personal builds the battle max and the battle hunger, nuking and chasing. So we got 3 creeps, and we have stun and 2 slows now for I Hate You. Jiggly now rotating to the top lane. Wants a piece of that Dark Seer, but he's so fast. He's got a surge at level 2. 4.5 seconds of GTFO right there. Doesn't even need boots just yet. But his ult is up. Need to get some. There's 3 people to gank who are constantly rotating around in the bottom lane. That's a great target. Because of the nature of Danger's pushing right now, it puts them in a position where they're easy to gank. Oftentimes going behind the tower or in the jungle to try and intercept. Cheesequake's still holding his own. Not too far behind. Maybe a couple hundred gold. He's going to have his own treads out here very soon. Quick item check. Let's see. More rewards for Ellie. He's got 5. He's almost got his ult. Ben's up to 8. Lance has his ult now, so it's going to be really hard to kill him at this point. I Hate You also has his ult. So killing any of these guys is going to be pretty difficult at this point. You have to time. You're going to have to time Zeus's ult very aggressively and hope that I Hate You doesn't pop his Hand of God to just get people back up to where they need to tank that ult. And here we go. Ben Greg diving on Jiggly. A little too close to that tower, though. He's going to pull back. Immediately rotating is Sunny Hat. Good defense. Not sure if he just meant to do that. You saw him coming. He had a couple seconds of warning there. Now Portly is all alone down bottom. You have to excuse me, my allergies are kicking my ass. They just happened to kick in right as I started to want to cast here. But fuck it, I want to cast. I'm behind. You know you found something good in your life when you really get some enjoyment out of doing this, and when you miss matches, you're like, oh man, I gotta do it. You know you found a good calling. Sunny Hat rotating in. Ward Wars all like crazy over here, but it's, oh, I Hate You's gonna reach it first. There goes a few hundred gold right there, and some cooldown. There's 175 gold worth of wards. Meanwhile, that top lane getting pushed up hard though. So the Ion Shell doing its own cutting more so than Portly does, and more so than Portly could do. Tower-wise, mid's doing just fine. They're pretty much a standoff here. Right, we got the first runes in Viz rune. Ben's gonna pick it up, but he's got to deal with True Sight. We have a Lightning Bolt maxed out build versus a support build, which would be more in the Arc Lightning. And Ben content. Yep, it's like Ben's missing. Heads up, folks. Heads up, top and bottom. But White Panda is actually extended pretty far to be dealing with an invis. Yep, defensive pings right here. He wants Jiggly. He dives in. He's popping in Vortex and everything. He's popping his Ball Lightning, his combos. He should be able to out-deep him, and he gets him. Head-to-head finally pays off. And Sunny Hat, unfortunately, not there because the invis just buying too much time. So far, so good. Almost 60 CS for lands at 11 minutes. Pretty respectable. What's he got coming out here? Ooh, he's working immediately on some gank. Oh, here we go. White Panda diving down on edge. Gets the Death Ward and everything. He's 1-for-1 right there. Whew. He does manage to take out Edge first. So he gets credit. He gets the experience, but Cheesequake is going to pick up a second kill. And we got the ult from Zeus. Ult from Jiggly. Trying to finish the job. Honestly, that was more of a defensive against Ben kind of thing. Oh, Lightning Bolt hits hard, and then Arc Lightning. Can he get another hit? It's just vision. It's just about vision now. Too far. Just a little too far. Nice escape by Ben right there. Nice escape. Cheesequake, though, really, he's literally a ticking time bomb. And with 2 kills under his belt, a credit for 2 kills and some more experience. the noble support role. Edge doing a good job making sure Cheese is taken care of, but he's also got a. On the other hand, though, excuse me, we have lands to contend with. Jiggly a little bit behind in the kill department.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But he is, yeah, a little bit behind in the farm and kill department. Now White Panda's really got his neck out there. Pushing that tier 2 this far. And meanwhile, Ben diving down bottom, picked off Portly Nut. And Sunny has actually trapped himself in his own fissure. This has backfired horribly. It's 4-on-1. And he's going to go down 2. Double kill for Saints and Sinners. Now it's 6-2. Jiggly's like, well, nothing I can do there.
Tower is under attack.
And now the creep push from I Hate You. He's also got his hand of God up. I guess that's one of the things that can help. And White Panda's staying. He's still in range to bounce a cask off, but nope, not quite. They opt to hold back. They had a good job. They had a good showing down bottom. They're going to go ahead and not get too greedy. Sunny had immediately TP again and getting rocked by 3. Immediately the Thunder, the Wrath comes in and the Hand of God immediately countering that. And that's just too many. It's 4-on-2. It's usually 4-on-1, 4-on-2 at the time. Death Ward comes up and immediately goes down. Jiggly's the only one left. And there's still all 4 of them up. They're all low health, but that Hand of God's saving the day. And he's actually going for it. And he's got to back off. They are going to get that tower too. Nice job by Saints. And now that without the support down bottom, without the support up top, White Panda's in a little bit better position to keep Cheesequake off the creeps with the shell. That's paying off there. He's got Perseverance, but that regen's more for... Yeah, regen's not quite enough to deal with harass on the hardcore skill. White Panda doing a really good job of just... And also being really lucky and not getting ganked. They really should have turned on this guy a little bit more often. He's just so overextended right now. He knows that Zeus's ult is down for at least another 30 seconds. Portly, he sees it, he wants it. Going in with the battle hunger right away. Gets it. Call. Oh, just missed. The Surge got out of the way just in time. But here comes Jiggly around the other side. Now the Surge is down. He has no boots. No boots with no Surge. Going down. Finished off by Jiggly. There you go. Meanwhile, on the bottom tower, though, they're diving deep. Sunny has got a TP out of here. He's got lands with a Shadow Blade to deal with. It's a good move, actually, getting out of there. So that's a clean kill for Danger Zone. That's actually going to put... White Panda, though, is actually on the top of the CS right now with 60. With Midas, too. So he's going to pick up some... He's going to do nothing but split push. He's literally just going to rat this game. And it's a fair strategy against all this, too. Fisher catching Ben. A little short on this follow-up stun, though. Not quite enough follow-up stun to deal with ball lightning yet. They need some silence action. They're going to lay siege to the middle tower for at least a few seconds. Just a quick raid. I Hate You rotating. He's in position to help. He's got 4 creeps. He's got 2 stuns, 3 stuns, and a slow. This up to his micro and skills at that point. Cheesequake now rotating mid. They want to put some pressure on. Trying to bait some guys out here. Ult back up for Zeus, but also, yeah, the Hand of God has a lot longer cooldown, almost double, respectively. But it will pick up. You'll only be 30 seconds behind once he gets it maxed out, if you can get it maxed out. All right, now all the last hits pays off, comes, and a few kills and ganks comes out in this respect here. I Hate You doing a very respectable job farming. And if as long as he's in the jungle, he could push either mid or bottom. And no, they dove on lands. The lands dove too deep. You got called, you got Fisher, you got ulted by Zeus, Jiggly, and actually Sunny Hat's gonna get the kill for that one. Some much needed gold. Should be starting on just up to. Yeah, he's gonna need that arcane if he wants to blink in and do any. He could still technically go straight for the. He could go straight to White Panda pushing out really far, so he needs to go pick up some boots now. Surges are still only level 2, and there's a lot more ground to cover to get away. Playing a little safer than last time. And we have 4 Danger Zone in mid. Go and dive in. Ben, plenty of mana here. Here comes Sunny? No, that's Lands. Okay. Thought I saw it was a pink one. They dive in on Jiggly, but no, counter stuns like crazy. Ben is gonna get caught. No, we actually managed to just has just enough mana to ball lightning over the top, but not Lands. Death Ward is going to take him out. Whew. Ben lucky, you lucky son of a bitch. He had just enough mana to hop over the Fisher, and that was it. Unfortunately, Lance was there to take the hit for him. Meanwhile, White Panda pushing like crazy. He's almost got the cloak. He's almost got the hood done.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A little bit more push from Saints and Sinners now. This is a fairly back and forth game, mostly on the Saints and Sinners side. However, still pretty damn close. Only 5,000 XP and 7,500 gold. Anybody's game at this point, and we still have Cheesequake, the ticking time bomb. Battle Fury almost done. Got about 1,000 gold, less than 800 gold to go now. And this shit's, I mean, they just have to buy time. They have to buy time. Keep letting this fuse. Just keep on burning. Keep burning that fuse until Cheesequake's ready to blow up. Very soon. Very soon. Probably needs about 3,000 or 4,000 more gold, and then he's a serious contender. Battle Fury for the extra farm. White Panda rotating in now with a hood. Unfortunately, the hood's not going to protect him against mana break, as it is physical. And I apologize, you're going to
Dire's middle tower
might have to
is
mute this
under
real quick.
attack.
Pardon. A lot more push action. Danger on defense. They're content to do it though. They've got just enough room to farm. But they, with White Panda constantly pushing that top lane, it's slowly closing. Tower starting to, second tier 2 tower starting to take some damage. Oh no, they dive on Portly, they catch him. That's 2-1 in kills so far.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lance gonna go ahead and get
Radiant's
out.
tower is under attack.
Defensive, more of a find out where everybody is for Jiggly. Nope, diving in. Oh, okay, going for Sunny Hat. True Sight does reveal lands. They can't see him. Not anymore, though. He's already bypassed the True Sight. He has to fire it again, but he has no mana. Oh, whiffed on this pounce. That's a tough pounce right there. But he actually makes it. The game puts him on the other side, which sort of give him a little, help him cover a little bit more ground that way. Sunny Hat, though, in deep shit. But just makes it to the tower in time. Wow, that was lucky.
Radiant's bottom
Lucky
tower
and
is
unlucky.
under
Lands missed the pounce, but the game just went ahead and could finish the pounce across the way, and they get white they get White Panda again. Overextended. Did he even get boots? No boots. He's so greedy. He finally picks up boots, but not on him right now, and he's just too easy to chase down at this point. Nice job. So Danger Zone really picking up the momentum here at the expense of their towers. Battle Fury now done, but no, Cheesequake's gonna dive in. He's gonna get nailed. Portly coming in though, saving the day, calling him, but they're not gonna be able. They just don't have enough disable to follow up yet. Not yet. Soon, but not yet. Ben manages to get out yet again. Bloodstone now completed, 8 charges, a full wand. Oh, blinking in. Portly, Portly blinks in, calls him. Can we get him this time? No, just missed the culling blade, but they do have enough damage to finish the job. Whew. Ben finally... Wait. No, they got hacks. Excuse me. That was too much damage on Portly there. You just overextended. Ah, that sucks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Almost a 10,000 gold game now. But Cheesequake now has Battle Fury.
Dire's
He's now a
middle
contender.
tower has fallen.
We're diving in. We got the wall closing the door. White can't get... White's on the run. Echo Slam in the middle. Followed up by the ult from Zeus. Lance, they have enough tank though. They're taking him out. Ben finishing off. They got 3 down on Danger Zone side now. Edge is caught against the wall. He's literally got his back to a wall. Nothing he can do. Bouncing the cast a couple of times. He's stuck between a wall and a wall. Portly diving in though. Coming in with the call. Reinforcements are here. They might be able to catch lands. No, jeez, another. Oh, okay. Just barely. The Battle Fury does finish the job. Or the Battle Hunger finishing the job. Nice save by Portly there. And Jiggly. So they call it even. 3 for 3. Both hard carries down on both sides with 2 supports dead. Dead even fight right there. Whew. Portly picking up the chunk of that farm. He has his blink done. Now he could get his... He's getting close to a Vanguard. And Ben, this lucky son of a bitch,
Radiant's
still alive.
tower is under attack.
And Fat Man's one of our commentators. He did a really good job as Omni Knight. And actually was... I don't know why he wasn't able to play. No, that's for food. Excuse me. But yeah, both these guys have gone against food and won. but most times it was just barely.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We still got Hand of God on cooldown, but we do have Greaves done and Aghanims. He went for Greaves instead of Aghanims first. A little bit more of a defensive build, which in this case you don't necessarily need. You've already got a roaming healer. You've got a lot more gank, and you have to worry about late game. So making this game take longer and not doing the Ags right away, I'm not so sure that was the right choice, at least in this case, against this draft. Cheesequake rotating in, and just as agile as Ben is, Cheesequake is almost just as agile. Without any hard silence, he went for the Bloodstone first instead of the Orchid, which is building up charges, and he's doing a good job of staying alive. It's keeping him alive, for sure. But at the same time, they don't have the hard disables to take out these really agile heroes. Jiggly rotating in, they do see him, they see the lightning coming in on Sunny Hat, catching him with the invis. Lance diving in, and now Jiggly getting caught, electric vortex and everything. And now coming around, oh, Portly dives in. They get the curse, the curse. Oh my God, the curse, turning it right around. And they did not have, like, Edge was there, but just not in time. And they only needed 4 to win that one. Nicely done, 4 for nothing. Big saves right there. Actually, no, they did get. No, it was a 4-man wipe right there. And I hate you, content to just push up. He's pretty close to his Aghanims now. Saint Sinner's doing a good job with just their 4 roamers. Now they got a Shadow Blade, and soon to be a Maelstrom on. Wait, what the hell? Did he switch to a BKB in the middle of his build? Yeah, I think he switched to a BKB in the middle of this. He doesn't want to have to deal with those damn stuns. More dewarding. And now Saint Sinners own the danger jungle for a little bit. Your anti-mage is a contender, but not quite there yet. He needs a few thousand more gold. Remains to be seen. Yeah, he's going straight for the Yasha. He just bought what he could before he died there, getting the Elven skin, trying to save some gold. Definitely a Yasha. Definitely a Manta build before the Vlads, which really would only help him and Sunny the most. Portly wouldn't get a whole lot of lifesteal off of that. Whoa, just missed. Speaking of Portly, just missed the call there with the invis and the pounce right there. Now we got a pipe done. That's gonna make it even harder for Jiggly to kill. But oh, diving in the middle, Edge getting caught out in the middle. No, Greg, they're turning around. 2 blinks right there, immediately pouncing on Ben. He's almost out, but he's still got the battle hunger on him for a few more seconds. Are they going to be able to follow this up? The Maledict also doing extra damage, taking out that bottle heal. And Cheesequake here, he's going to finish it. Does he get the Void? He already blew his Void. Diving on Greg, still chasing. They're trying to save him. Oh, he just go ahead and suicides out. Good persistent chase right there. Is going to make him blow his charges. It goes from 11 to 10, I think, or 13, something like that. So still respectable 10 charges. Still in good shape. As long as you stay over 8, you're better than where you started. He's not in any snowball position though. White Panda content to just keep on pushing. Brown Boot's done at least for escape factor. He's got a search maxed out. And no, the vultures are circling. But he manages, yep. He smells it. Didn't see it, he smelled it. And he gets out. Meanwhile, Land's content to take the farm. Yeah, he switched from, I guess he was doing a Maelstrom or a, you could, a bunch of different ways you can go with this. Most likely a Maelstrom build that eventually will turn, or maybe an armor, who knows. But it'll eventually, he turned around and went for a BKB instead, which against this much disable, not a bad choice. It'll pretty much take Greg completely out of play for 10 seconds to start. 26 minutes, we got a DD rune top. And this is starting, I mean, this is, they have the Battle Fury, and we're getting close to a Yasha here. 100 gold to a Yasha. But yeah, they are still pulling that lead out just a little bit more. Jiggly ults. No, that was just a lightning bolt, excuse me. Just trying to take out some wards. And more farm going to Cheesequake. They have the Yasha. Well, Lands is actually the one pushing up here. Only about 520 gold from his own BKB. White Panda content to just hang out. He's waiting. You know, he knows they'll rotate, and they're not going to commit too deep. Both teams being pretty disciplined. Saints definitely more on the aggressor side, and that's what they need to do. He needs to get some kills, get some ganks, get some snowball action for their Storm Spirit, and take advantage of the space they make by ganking to go ahead and push an off lane. And they've done a good job of that. Almost all the action has been on the danger zone side so far. Now here we go for our first smoke gank. 5-man coming in. They're gonna run head first into Panda. Fisher comes in, bouncing the cask. He's going down, but nope. Ellie and the Hand of God are here. They're gonna come in, Echo Slam, turning it right around. Here comes everybody else. And now Ellie is going to go down, though. Ben will escape, barely, but they're going to sacrifice Ellie for it. Cheesequake coming in. He does go down, but man, that turnaround with the Echo Slam. Damn. Takes out 4. Cheesequake, the only survivor, and it gets 2. Here comes Lance, diving in. Oh, nice blink out. Not going to be enough, though. Complete team wipe. Nice turnaround. So that defensive Greaves build does pay off in spades. They got the team fight they wanted. Wow, what a turnaround on the smoke gank, going head first and catching people early, and Saints still managed to turn it around. Whew. That unfortunately they need a Vanguard on there. He goes for the cloak, or the hood rather. Needs that extra hit points from the Vanguard. There's still a lot of magic damage to contend with, though. I can't blame him for it. Whew. Damn. Okay, BKB now done. Orchid done. We could upgrade the. Excuse me. Lance could upgrade to a Silver Edge now if he wants to. It'll take out the spell shield and the mana bird. And you could take out the spin for Portly if you want. And that's about it. You could go for Cheesequake or Portly with a Silver Edge. Or you might just go straight Maelstrom. You might do that. Now Jiggly actually in front here. He's got his Ags done. They did pick up some kills off that. It wasn't a complete slaughter. They lost their whole team, but they did get 3. Ben though picking up a ton of Bloodstone charges for that. Back up to 15. So he's back in snowball territory. Orchid now done, which is going to help a lot against getting Cheesequake from keeping him from getting away. And now just a 5-man sweep, really. Just trying to take back their side of the map. Our Panda now has. Let's see, what has he built? Yeah, the Yule's pretty much. Yep, Yule's is done. It's on the courier now. Ben's very lucky / skillful escapes, but mix of skill and luck is really starting to pay off in terms of snowball. But Cheesequake does have his Yasha done. That can't be overlooked. He's working on a Sanjin Yasha actually now, or maybe a Skull Basher. That would help a lot with the disables and keeping Ben locked down. Now we got a huge Zoo coming in. Aghanim's pushing up. Extra damage bonus, slow, some more damage, and a stun available. Now can he micro it all? The main thing is being able to pop his Greaves and his Hand of God in the middle of a fight and kind of help the rest sort it out. Ben diving in, but he finds 2 on 2, but now the rest of the buddies are here. Danger Zone are close together here. They are going to get revealed for a little bit. They're going to see white. You're going to see Panda again. So that advanced vision from Jiggly. Oh no, he's getting a little too far. Woo! Wisely pulls back. That advanced vision from Jiggly is paying off for seeing the fact that they are in the jungle. They're going to rotate around the other side. They do have it dewarded. They're going to rotate around. They're going to find Ellie first. There's a curse down. They're diving in. Portly taking a ton of damage right now. Portly and Cheesequake both getting cursed, and now the Echo Slam's only going to hit 1 though. Cheesequake getting pounded by Greg. Oh, the Mana Void takes him out first though. Now the Death Ward finally gets to run the whole time down, but Ellie takes it mostly with a Cold Embrace. So that's 1 for 2 right now. And now Ben is going to be up very soon. He's going to TP right back in. Now we got 3 down for Danger Zone. They're in trouble. Now Yule's holding on to Edge a little longer, but the pounce just misses. Jiggly trying to take out Lance while he can, but no, it's not going to work. Bouncing a cask is Edge, and that's it. That's 4 for nothing. 4 for 1 again. Damn. The only one dying is the one with the Bloodstone, who can immediately come back, and then we're back to a 5-on-1. That tower's going to go down. This is going to be a tough fight for Rex if they want to push it. This is a great time to Roche, though. 31, almost 32 minutes, no Roche yet. But we need. But they're gonna go. They said they're gonna go for it. This is dangerous. This is greedy. A lot of them are about to respawn. They're fighting on high ground and they're clumped up and their ults are down. This is very dangerous for Saints and Sinners. They dive on edge, though. They do pick them off. That's going to help them a lot. We got 2 up. Sunny Hat and Portly are here. But it's still... Now we got 3 up. Cheesequake's here. Could force this fight under the tier 4 towers. Looks like they might get they'll at least get the melee racks. And here comes Jiggly. Ult is going to be up almost about the time he spawns. Might be a little late. But they have to worry about it. They do get both racks. They're going to get the hell out of here. Just barely. Picking off edge was the key factor right there. Nice pick off for edge. And it is a maelstrom for lands, by the way. We're going to go ahead and Roche because they can. However, they don't have the most damage in the world. So they do have a chance to come back. Danger Zone do have a chance to intercept this. Do they see it? No, but they did see him exit stage bottom. And I hate you actually hold on to his creeps the whole time. He's going to have a Vlad's now. Make his creeps hurt a little more. Tank a little more. Lance going to have some more lifesteal. Ben's going to have lifesteal. Everybody's going to get a lifesteal really, but mostly Ben and Lance benefiting from that and the extra damage too with the overload. De-warding, they're checking. Looks like they opted not to Roche. They might be a bait attempt. And they want to take their jungle back. They want to keep getting Cheesequake more farm. But Skullbasher now done though. He's gonna get harder and harder. He is very low health though. He's only got treads to his name for tank. And a little, yeah, that's it. And a little bit of strength from that Skullbasher, but that's it. He needs some tank. He's got a lot of damage, but he's getting picked off a little too quickly. Excuse me. Sorry. I should just mute my mic when I do that. Wish there was a mute button on this mic. And they're getting Danger getting to work reclaiming their jungle. Although Cheesequake, being a serious contender, he's the only one that is a gold contender versus 2 very farm supports. Yeah, White Panda and I Hate You being very much farmed right now, and Land's still way ahead of our whole team respectively. Still close to Cheesequake. Still close is Cheesequake though. And they're going to catch him. Got a Yule's on Portly, but they're not going to be able to follow up just yet. Oh no, vacuum into a wall with creeps chasing like crazy. Ben follows up and does catch Sunny Hat outside the base, but Lands is really low. Can they get the ult off? Jiggly needs the ult. No, they're going to, the curse on Portly again, turning things around. High ground strikes from Jiggly, trying to do damage, but just not enough. Now Cheesequake in trouble too. Trying to push back. There's so much tank on this team with all these items they got. The Ags, the Greaves, the Hand of God. A great counter to Zeus there. Zeus was an early pick, and they countered with Chen. Ben diving deep on Cheesequake. He's gonna get him, but he's not. No, he's not before he gets popped himself. But no, here comes the rest of SNS. They're diving in deep. Jiggly is gonna go down. That's gonna all of their team wiped down. That's 2 sets of racks. Might be GG right here. Ah, that's it. White Panda call. No. Whoops. I hope it didn't. I hope this was. Uh-oh. This isn't gonna end it, is it? Oh man, I'm not too familiar with how that works. Shit. It is very close to GG though. And they're diving in. Ben diving in on Sunny and Portly here, but it's still 2 on 5. Not gonna be enough. Man's still not dying. And that's it right there. They're going for the throne. They only have 1 up. That'll do it right there. 36-minute game. Nice job by Saints and Sinners. Keeping the pressure on. And Jiggly calling GG right there. Nicely done. It was a fun game. The ticking time bomb was defused before it went off. Nicely done. Good strategy. It just didn't. It just so much push. So much push. This is the first time we've seen a successful Chen game in this league. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, Saints and Sinners are going to take, I believe, their 4th win. They're going 4-0 here, and that'll put Danger Zone at 1-3. So that'll derail their most recently gotten momentum. But Saints and Sinners are just trucking on, going into Game 5. Who are they going to play? Just a sec here. You find who they're going to play for you. Anyways, if you want to, there's a whole lot of unscheduled games here. This was a rescheduled games, I should say. So please let me know in the, please follow the Twitch, follow my Twitch, Kairos Commentary, or just, subscribe to the YouTube. That'll let you know whenever a new video comes up. And let's see, next week we have Saints and Sinners against, stay with me here. They don't get a second bye. That ain't happening. Where they at? Are they getting a second bye? I think because there was one. I think because we had one team leave. One team stepped out, so to speak, on the league. Yeah, I don't see him on the list here, so I'll let you know as soon as I can. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks.